Hi everyone, this is Kristen with the Tech Reviewer with some good news for all you Mous fans out there. You're going to love the new Limitless 5.0 for iPhone 14 Pro Max. Mous has made some significant improvements. This year we have a more protective interlocking frame design, rippled grip ribs which make the case grippier and more comfortable to hold, better buttons, and a lovely microfiber lined interior. Let's check out these cases in greater detail on my iPhone 14 Pro Max in silver. Looking first at the Limitless 5.0 for the 14 Pro Max in Aramid Fibre. This is just a lovely case. You've got that great Aramid Fibre backplate, always such a pleasure to touch. And then here we have our new rippled grip ribs. These make the case much more comfortable to hold and they give you more grip. Overall, everything just looks great here. So looking at the sides of the case in general, you can really see that they are upgraded from the previous year. So when you compare these here to the Limitless 4.0 for the 13 Pro Max here, so the sides of that case are smooth, first of all, and then you can also see that we have a line here, a molding line. I think it's in between the polycarbonate and the TPU. So, I mean, it's not terrible, but it just does not look nearly as finished as you have now with your Limitless 5.0. Plus, the Limitless 5.0 also has a little bit of an all-over texture there. In general, just looks a lot more premium, a lot nicer. And then going up here to our buttons, we had the old slit button design. This is not going to be as responsive, and it's also going to let in dust or dirt potentially. And now we've moved to a floating button design. So looks better, it's going to work better. I think everything's great with the floating button design. Now there is a teeny tiny rattle that you have with the floating button design. If you shake this, listen carefully, you can hear a tiny little noise. But the noise is less when this is actually on your phone, and honestly, who goes around shaking it? I mean, no one does this anyway. So I think it's a non-issue, but I have been reading about it in some of the accessories forums online, so just to be aware of that. I mean, yes, it's very slightly audible, but I really don't think it is a problem. So going around here to the other side, more lovely buttons. And then we have more rippled grip ribs here at the bottom. We got a spot here for a wrist strap on both sides, which is cool. Beautiful back plate here of Aramid Fibre. And then looking in the interior, you can see that the beautiful soft microfiber lining from previous years is back this year. So Mous used to have a soft microfiber lining with a spot actually for a SIM card and a SIM card removal tool in their cases. And then they removed that when they moved to being a MagSafe case. So last year, the Limitless 4.0 had this interior. So not nearly so nice as what we're seeing here with our Limitless 5.0. So really happy that we've got this back. However, the SIM card storage and SIM card removal tool spot have not returned. And I think that the reason for that is that Apple is moving away from SIM cards entirely. In fact, all the iPhone 14 series phones that are sold in the US no longer have SIM card slots, although the ones that are sold in other countries do. So as far as the rest of the interior, this is pretty much the same as last year. So we still have this magic AeroShock material that is running around the perimeter. That's this green stuff. This is Mous's special ultra drop protective material that allows its cases to have such extreme drop protection. Exactly how extreme, we don't know because they don't publish any drop heights. However, I would say that these cases have got to be very drop protective. They certainly are well made and they seem like they should provide excellent protection for your phone. Putting your phone in this case is not difficult. You want to start on your left-hand side, put your top corner and bottom corner in place, and then go over to the right-hand side and then clip on your right-hand corners. Once on, we've got a nice tight fit on here. There's a little bit of give over the buttons and a little bit more over your port openings, but overall, I think that this is nice and tight and secure. I think everything is great here. So as far as the amount of lip is concerned, this has the classic Mous design for lip, meaning that we have a low lip here in the middle and we have a high lip at the bottom and at the top. So the idea here is that by having your high lip on your bottom and top, you're able to have a thinner feeling case overall and you still have that protection for your screen. It also makes it more comfortable to swipe from side to side as well because you're not hitting a high lip here on the sides. I think overall this is a good design. I think it works really well. And of course you would have more protective lip visible here if I didn't have a tempered glass screen protector on here. This one is a Casetify screen protector because that's the first one that I put on. Mous does have its own screen protectors, but they haven't sent me one. So this Casetify edge-to-edge screen protector fits quite well with the Mous Limitless 5.0. This is a blue light blocking antimicrobial screen protector, tempered glass, and it's really quite a good choice with this phone case. So looking down here at our port openings, we've got symmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design. This ideally should be smaller on this side, but what can you do? This is the way Mous has been making their port openings for a really long time now. You should be able to fit many third-party lightning cables here, although of course this case does support both regular Qi wireless charging as well as MagSafe charging, so you might find you're using that functionality less than you otherwise would. Going up the side, you'll see that you have a spot here for a lanyard. There's actually one on both sides, so that's really quite convenient. And then you're going to see these wonderful rippled grip ribs. These are so nice. They have a great look and feel. They're going to make your phone a whole lot more secure in your hand. And then we also have an overall texture on here, which you didn't have last year. Last year the texture was much smoother on the sides. So if you had a Limitless case last year, you want to compare how it looks. You can see here your Limitless 4.0 was pretty smooth, didn't have such a classy look, and again we had that seam there, so not so good. But now, as you can see, it just looks a lot more premium. It's got a lot more grip overall. Just a really nice improvement there. And then going up here to our buttons, old style buttons here with the slits, new style buttons, no slits, floating buttons, very responsive. I think everything is great there. You've got the same amount of space here for your mute switch opening, and there's no issue in accessing the mute switch opening. I think for most people seems to be plenty big. And then looking at our view here from the top, everything looks really good. Again, we've got that high top and bottom lip here. And we have this Casetify screen protector here. If I didn't have the Casetify screen protector here, we would have more visible lip. But even with it, still got lip, and overall quite a good fit here with this edge-to-edge screen protector. So going over here to the side button, floating button, nice and clicky, very responsive. Love what they've done with the buttons. And again, getting to the whole button shake thing, if you shake the phone here, I mean, you really can't hear it now. There's a tiny, tiny shake, but it's mostly not noticeable once there's actually a phone in here. So I don't think that this rattle gate is really a thing. I think that once you actually are using the phone case, you are not going to be worrying about the rattle, and you're going to love these new floating buttons because they work great. And then going down here to the bottom, you can see more lovely rippled grip ribs and your secondary spot here for a wrist strap. Looking at the back of the case, this Aramid fiber has a lovely look and feel here. So Aramid fiber is basically generic Kevlar, for those of you that might not be familiar with it. Very strong, very light, very protective. So this is going to be good against scratching, and I think regular fingerprints are going to be okay on it, but any kind of greasy fingerprints or smears are going to show up, so you got to be aware of that. They do wipe off, however. Overall, lovely look and feel. This gives you a little bit of grip because it has almost kind of a velvety feel to it, but it's not a super grippy backplate. Your sides are going to be the grippy part on this case. So we got some Mous branding down here at the bottom. And as far as the amount of protection you have for your protruding camera, looks like it's the same as last year. So you definitely have lay on the table design here, and I think you have a good amount of protection for your camera as long as you lay this down on a flat surface. Overall, everything I think looks really good here. Just a lovely case on the phone. So as far as wireless charging is concerned, this is going to work perfectly with regular Qi wireless charging, and because it's a MagSafe case, you're going to be able to use this with Apple's MagSafe charger flawlessly as well. So we have a nice tight magnet on here. This feels a little tighter than on some of the other cases that I've looked at so far. I think we've got some really good magnets here. You're also going to be able to use this with other MagSafe accessories, such as MagSafe wallets. So Mous actually has a really nice MagSafe wallet. This one is a genuine leather. It's always been one of my favorites. And it's got a really tight connection on here because of your magnets and also because of the fact that you've got these little silicone dots on the back. So they make it non-slippy. But still, a lot of this is due to the magnets on here. So really good magnets in the wallet, really good magnets in this case. So if you look at this also with Apple's MagSafe wallet, we also have a nice tight connection on here, so that's great. And of course, you're also going to be able to use this with things like MagSafe power banks. Those are going to work great. And again, you've got a nice tight connection here. Removing this case from your phone is slightly tight, but not too bad. You want to start up in your top right-hand corner and then push off that corner and then go down to your bottom right corner, push that off, and then slide out your phone. Moving on to the exciting new silver pearl variant. This is my first time to experience this one, and it's just lovely. So the material on here is something called cellulose acetate. Each one of these cases is going to be unique. Just a gorgeous iridescent pattern on here. So beautiful and just amazing on a silver iPhone. Once on, the case is obviously exactly the same on the front and the sides as the Aramid Fibre version we were looking at. We've also got the same fit. Just a really nice case. Got the same great buttons. Plenty of space here for the mute switch. Nice fit from the top. Going over here to the side button, nice and responsive. And looking at the back of the case, this new silver pearl looks absolutely fantastic with the silver iPhone. Just a gorgeous combination. I think that this is the best looking case that I've had on my silver iPhone so far. Admittedly, it's the beginning of the new iPhone season, so I haven't tried on a whole lot of cases, but I think that this is just a fantastic combo. If you like silver, you're just going to love it. So really, really nice. And of course, these are all unique. The pattern is going to vary just slightly on all of them, so you can have a phone case which is entirely your own. This material does not seem to show fingerprints easily. It also doesn't seem like it's going to scratch very easily, but of course I haven't had a whole lot of experience with this case yet, so it's kind of hard to tell. Overall, gorgeous look, beautiful back plate, beautiful phone. Just a lovely case here by Mous. As far as wireless charging is concerned, you're not going to see any difference between this and the Aramid Fibre version I was looking at. You're going to be able to use regular Qi wireless chargers as well as MagSafe chargers. You've got nice strong magnets here, and you're going to be able to use other MagSafe accessories as well, such as MagSafe wallets. So really lovely case here from Mous. Finally, looking at the Walnut variant of the Limitless 5.0. So we have a genuine wood on here. Obviously, these are all going to be unique because of the wood grain. Just a beautiful case. Fantastic look and feel. Again, we're going to have exactly the same fit on here. Same high top and bottom lips on here, lower lip in the middle. I still have that tempered glass screen protector on here by Casetify. If I didn't have that on here, you would have more visible lip. But even with it, you still have a little bit of lip in the middle and plenty of lip here on the bottom and on the top. Same symmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design. Plenty of space here for lightning cables that are third party. Although, of course, you're probably not going to be using those that much because you have both MagSafe and regular Qi wireless charging options here. Going around to the sides, gorgeous grip ribs. Spot here for a wrist strap on both sides, which is really nice. Buttons, outstanding, clicky. No issue in getting to your mute switch, at least I think for most people. Lovely view here from the top. I think everything looks great. And then another nice clicky responsive button here. So I think that that is great. And then we have more rippled grip ribs down here at the bottom. Overall, just a lovely case. And then looking at the back of the case, this walnut variant just has such a beautiful, warm, organic look. I think it's a great choice if you love the idea of a wood case, but you also want something which is going to be protective. So just a lovely case on the phone. So we got that Mous branding down here still, and then of course you do have sufficient protection for your rear camera. This is going to be the slipperiest of the cases, I think, in my opinion, this and the bamboo. The most grippy is probably going to be the speckled fabric, assuming that they haven't changed it this year. In previous years, the speckled fabric was always the most grippy, then followed by the leather and then the Aramid fiber. I think that the silver pearl comes in just after your Aramid, and then the two wood versions, this one and the bamboo, are going to be the slipperiest. But still, lovely look and feel, and of course each one of these is going to be unique because of your unique wood grain. So just a lovely case. Everything's going to work great as far as your wireless charging and your MagSafe charging. Lots to love here with the Walnut Limitless 5.0 case by Mous. The final iPhone 14 Pro Max mouse case that I'm going to be sharing with you today is the Evolution IntraLock case. So this is a new case line for Mous. It debuted this spring, and a lot of the improvements that you see on the Limitless 5.0 showed up here first. So if you look at this side by side here with the Aramid Fibre version of the Limitless 5.0, you can see same rippled grip ribs. So those came out this spring on the Evolution IntraLock. Same thing here with the nice new floating buttons. So I think that this is a really nice case. It's basically the same size as your Limitless 5.0. As far as the interior is concerned, you've got that same Aeroshock material going around the perimeter, giving this case extreme protection. But rather than the microfiber lining that you have with the Limitless 5.0 case, you have a silicone lining, but it's still soft and very protective. It's quite easy to get on your phone, probably a little bit easier actually than the Limitless. Once on, we have a very similar fit, although there is a little bit more give over your buttons and your port openings, a little bit looser there. But overall, I still think we've got a good fit here. We've got that same design as far as the lip is concerned, with a lower lip in the middle and a higher lip at the bottom and the top. Makes the case feel slimmer in the hand, makes it easier to swipe from side to side. So overall, I think that's really good. And of course, I do still have that same tempered glass screen protector on here. This tempered glass screen protector by Casetify. It's edge to edge, fits really well. But if I didn't have this on here, you would have more visible lip. Our port openings are exactly the same as what you saw on the Limitless 5.0. So we've got symmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design, and we also have plenty of space for third-party lightning cables. So going up here, you'll see you've got a spot here for a wrist strap on both sides, just like with the Limitless cases. And then we've got the rippled grip ribs. They feel great, really, really nice. Then we've got our buttons. These are in a fun teal color. Nice contrast. I think they look great. Very sporty. Very, very clicky buttons. No issues in getting to your mute switch. Plenty of space there for most people. Great view here from the top. Going over to the side. Again, another excellent button. Rippled grip ribs down here. And then we have, again, that other spot here for a wrist strap. Looking at the back of the case, we've got a really nice look and feel here. We have this pattern of grooves that goes along the back. They give a nice amount of grip underneath the fingertips. You've got your Mous branding down here at the bottom. You have sufficient lay on the table design protection here for your rear camera. Just the same as you have with your Limitless 5.0. And of course, this case is going to be MagSafe. It's also going to work fine with regular Qi wireless chargers as well. And you're going to be able to use it with other MagSafe accessories as you wish. But of course, the special thing about this is going to be the system of MagSafe and mechanical mounting that the Evolution IntraLock system was designed for. So the deal here is that you're going to be able to use it with this mount, and there's a variety of different ones. This one is the accessory mount, so it's designed to work, I think, mostly with tripods. There's also a bike mount that I have around here, but it's larger and it doesn't fit in the video as well. So the magnets are going to attach this in exactly the right spot, then you press in, and then you can see that these little teeth here are going to retract, and then when you let the buttons loose, they're going to go into exactly the right spot every time. So just put it in place. You can feel the magnets are going to position it exactly, and then press the buttons in, clicks into place. Super solid, really excellent. Very important, of course, when you have such a big, heavy phone like the 14 Pro Max, you do want to have that secure mounting, and you definitely have that here. And then to remove it, then just press in, lift off. So always gets the right spot every time. Super easy to use, super tight, super easy to remove. Just a great system. If you're the kind of person that likes to mount your iPhone on bike mounts or tripods or whatever, then this is definitely a system worth considering. Overall, I think we got some really great cases here from Mous for the iPhone 14 Pro Max series. So your Evolution IntraLock case is fantastic if you were looking for a super versatile bike or tripod mount case, which is going to be very, very protective. And then the improvements that we have to the Limitless 5.0 series cases are fantastic. Loving the new buttons, loving the rippled grip ribs, and the fact that they brought back the soft microfiber lining is outstanding. Plus, this new silver pearl case is absolutely gorgeous on a silver iPhone. If you're looking for a really fantastic looking case for your silver iPhone, definitely consider the new silver pearl. Overall, some absolutely great options from Mous for the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Again, we've been looking at the Limitless 5.0 and Evolution IntraLock cases for the iPhone 14 Pro Max. These cases are priced at $54.99 for the Evolution IntraLock case. It's on sale from $64.99 and $59.99 for the Limitless 5.0 variants in walnut, silver pearl, black leather, speckled fabric, and bamboo. The Aramid Fibre Limitless 5.0 case is a bit more expensive at $64.99. These cases are pricey, but they should offer extremely good protection for your device, and they are backed by Mous's lifetime warranty. Plus, you can save 15% by using the affiliate coupon code, especially for my viewers, that you'll find in the description below, so definitely check that out if you're interested in buying a Mous product. Many thanks to the kind folks at Mous for sending me out these samples to review. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments section below, and do consider hitting that subscribe button because I've got a lot more tech accessory reviews coming up. Again, this is Kristen with the Tech Reviewer. Thanks so much for watching and have a wonderful day.